Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everybody? I see we got the J crew in the house. Guys, do me a favor. Let's do the housekeeping and make sure you smash the like button. Shout out to Veganowledge JJ. Shout out to Ronnie from Rose Thoughts. Shout out to Wendy Jones. I see you, Wendy Jones. All right, let me get out the notes. All right, so let me get this thing set up right. Might help if I turn it the right way. Hopefully everybody is okay tonight. Hey, folks. Pedro. What are we going to do with this guy, you guys? What are we going to do with him? Let's see here. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic week. I did. I could not wait to get to Tuesday as usual. Shout out to Ronnie. Thank you so much for the shout out on TikTok. I really appreciate that. I love your reviews over there, by the way. Let's see. All right. Make sure that's on mute. So hopefully everybody has had a fantastic week. It's so funny too because the reason I said that about the whole Pinky thing was when he ran up on her in the car, and we might as well get started because that is and I know people will come in. A Grant, Buddha 1000. I know you guys will be here. Mary G. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. We seem to be moving at a rate of about 10 new ones a week. So we had 475 last week. We're at 484 this week. 70% of the people who watch still are not subscribed. So guys, do me a favor. It's free. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, push it up in the algorithm so more people can see it and so it spreads. I think this is most likely the last episode of The Family Chantel for the season. So I will switch this over to Happily Ever After starting next Tuesday. So, and then Ro and I have been talking about doing a live stream on Thursday. We mentioned that. So I'm down for that on Married at First Sight. Those of you who watch Married at First Sight, we will do a live stream. We'll collab on that. So I'll hook up with you when this is over and we can just DM each other and get the details of that straight. Because I'd like to do it this Thursday if cool. You know what I mean? Maybe keep it at the same time, like around 7 o'clock. But yeah, well, those of you who are into Married at First Sight, we're talking about doing a review for that. She does excellent reviews over on TikTok. If you have not checked out Rose Thoughts over on TikTok, definitely check her out. Those of you that want to support the channel, which she mentioned to me, and the funny thing is, I never had Cash App. Every time I did some work for somebody, did some editing work, or did an intro for somebody, which I do, by the way. J&J Video is actually a business. And I just happen to be doing a YouTube channel, and I love it. I freaking love YouTube. But Ro is getting me into TikTok and stuff like that, so I'm building on that. But God, I lost my track of thought. What the hell? Don't you hate it when that happens? What the hell was I talking about? But yeah, I do intros and things like that. Oh, but I did not have Cash App. Everybody that I dealt with had Cash App. I originally had PayPal because when Jen and I owned the delivery business, we would do a lot of business through Stripe and PayPal. And I had a Venmo. But so with that being said, here, if you want to support the channel, which would be greatly appreciated, here is my PayPal. It is paypal.me at JNJ, because obviously they don't allow the ampersand in there. JNJ Video. And that is the PayPal link if you ever want to send a donation or a tip over. And that is greatly appreciated once again. And then if you do want to do Cash App, it is hashtag capital J, small n, capital J, capital V, IDEO, J&J. None of these places do the ampersand, so of course you got to go with the N. But you got the 2 J's and the V with the caps there. And last but not least, if you want to Venmo me, that is also welcome. And it is at my name, which is the other half of the J. James, Judd, James. Jen and I actually have a channel called Judd and James as well. But that's what the J and J stands for. So it's at Dawn-James-75. And that is my Venmo. And like I said, any support is greatly appreciated, seeing as how this is how I make my living between editing videos and doing YouTube. So we're trying to get the channel monetized. Anything that we can do towards that, getting that up to 1,000 subscribers is much appreciated, gang. And I love the J crew that is always in here with me every Tuesday. Wendy Jones, A Grant, Ronnie Conover, Buddha, Jen. I love all you guys. So let's get into it. Shout out to all my favorite channels. Nikki Starr, Just Call Me Wah. Wah and Chris Farah do an amazing job over at DocuSweeties. If you haven't checked any of those podcasts out, check them out. DocuSweeties is the shit. Your Wet Sock, I love that guy. Sauceaholic. And again, Rose Thoughts, she does that. And of course, my baby, Veganowledge JJ. So I will include Rose's link as well as Jen's link as well as Karen and Thomas BSR. Love Karen and Thomas BSR. She had River on there this week doing a video with her. Shout out to you, Karen, with the boot game. I see you, baby girl, with the boots. Loving them. And thank you for all of the wonderful tips that you give us on preparedness. And I'm sure we really appreciate it. Her channel is growing at a phenomenal rate. Good God, she came up and now she was right here, right? And then so yeah, we gotta keep up with Karen. But yeah, love the channel. Go check it out, Karen and Thomas BSR. So speaking of Karen and Thomas BSR, their daughter Chantel is dealing with somebody that I like to call a nutcase. Pedro Jimeno is an absolute nutcase. And another thing I found out about Laura Delgado, I don't know if anybody has heard this tea, but apparently she's a convicted felon. Apparently she did some tax scheming back in 2014 and actually got sentenced to 4 years. So for those of you who didn't know that, T, and I don't know if I'm late to the party with that, but yeah, she's a convicted scammer. So not only is Pedro most likely a cheater with this woman, but he's cheating on somebody who said it makes sense. Scammers go with scammers, right? Scammers go with scammers. But the reason I said that he seemed like he was having second thoughts was because initially, when we open up, okay, he has approached Chantel and he went to her trunk and he got the stuff out of the trunk. And he confronts her in the parking lot. You know what I mean? And he starts, basically confiscating all of his K-1 visa paperwork that he sees in Chantel's trunk. And they start going at it back and forth, arguing with one another. They start arguing with one another back and forth about how, you lied to me and you lied to me and where's the money? And, basically, and in this scene is where he said, where's the money, Pinky? When he goes over and takes it to hit the hood of his car and she approaches him and she's trying to get it back from him and she's saying, that's my stuff. He's saying, where's the money, Pinky? And, he almost looks turned on that she's standing up to him. Like he kind of lightened the load a little bit. Anybody else notice that, Pedro he doesn't like to be chased. He likes to be the one that does the chasing. He loves running after Chantel. He loves the fact that she disappeared so he can go on this wild goose chase. And when he catches up to her, he's like, why are you running away? Well, for the past 2 weeks, you barely even wanted to talk to her. You were the one running away. Now that she's running, you're chasing. Chantel's right. He loves playing this cat and mouse bullshit. So they're arguing and he goes to the trunk and gets the paperwork out. And basically she tells him that he's been lying the whole entire time and that that's her paperwork. And he's telling her, no, I haven't been lying. You've been lying. You took the money and went to Panama. And basically they just do the same stuff that they've been doing the past couple of weeks and going back and forth with one another. What gets me about this is Pedro, it almost seems, again, like he's turned on. He likes the fight. When is the last time any of us has heard him refer to her as Pinky? I don't think he's done it the entire season. But in this episode, when they're in the middle of arguing, he says, where's the money, Pinky? Did you think that would soften her up? You know, did you think calling her Pinky would ease the pain of what you're doing? You know, because it doesn't. She's not falling for that. You know, you are on the outs, bud. Chantel has woken up to what your true colors are, and the Pinky shit's not gonna work. So Pedro leaves the scene. So basically, Pedro leaves the scene, and then he calls Chantel back on the phone, and they proceed to continue arguing once again, you know, about the money that Chantel, that he can't find. And she's telling him it's not in a savings account and that he'll never find it. And, you know, in her confessional, you can see where Chantel is just getting pissed off more and more and more. The more she thinks about how time has gone by and how Pedro never wanted to discuss children, she says here. He never wanted to talk about children. He never wanted to talk about, you know, he never wanted to talk about anything in the future. And it dawns on her that he's been planning this the entire time. That's the only thing that makes sense. Why he didn't want to address the future, why he didn't want to have children or even discuss the possibility of children. It all made perfect sense. And she comes to the conclusion that she's sure he never loved her. But she said she's not going to allow him or anybody else to walk all over her anymore. Good for you, baby girl. So in the next scene, we see Pedro getting dressed, getting ready to go to the lawyer's office. And basically, he starts talking to the confessional about why he thinks Chantel went to Panama. You know, and he thinks she went to Panama to hide the money. He doesn't know why she's taking trips at this time at the situation. She says she's taking trips because you want to get the fuck away. Okay, first of all, it's her buddy's birthday, so she wants to be there to support her friend. Second of all, what did you expect her to do? Sit in the house and pine over you? No, she's got a life. So she went to Panama, and no, Pedro was not the center of conversation, although she's admitted that she couldn't stop thinking about the situation. She tried to, you know, and I love the way Destiny was like, we tried to drink it away, but it didn't work. But in any event, Pedro's getting ready to go to the lawyers in the designer clothing that Chantel bought him. Okay, so then we've got Pedro at the lawyers. Okay. He goes to the lawyer and tells her, yeah, I've decided to go ahead and move forward with it. You know? And the lawyer mentions that she's seen this reaction in people before, where it looks like they start to have, you know, remorse, to realize that, hey, this shit's actually over. You know, and Jen said that it looked like Pedro wanted to almost start laughing here. Me, I think that he's torn. I think that he almost looks like he's holding back from crying. He could be laughing, who knows? Of course he's laughing on the inside. But he looks at you, because we've all seen Pedro break down. And it looks like he's one step away from kind of breaking down in front of the camera, and he's trying to hold it in, basically. And for a split second, I almost felt bad for the dude. You know what pisses me off here, though? It's that he tries to say some crazy bullshit about he actually was not going to get a divorce. He said, and I said this in the very beginning of the season. I said Pedro and Chantel could be playing us all, because it could look like, you can say you're going to get divorced, but actually filing, that's two different things. And the funny thing is, he says that in this episode. He said filing for divorce and actually talking about divorce are two different things. I initially, when I said I wanted a divorce, I didn't really mean I wanted a divorce. I wanted some peace. Okay, so you're admitting that you're playing mind games with Chantel then. Why the hell would you approach her when it looked like she was already down? She's sitting in the yard that you haven't mowed in months. And you walk up to her and say, yeah, you didn't give me my space, so I think I'm going to go ahead and file for divorce. Not only that, you back it up with a U-Haul truck and move out of the house. If that didn't look like somebody who wanted a divorce, I don't know what did. Are you really going to that much length to play a mind game with her? What do you mean you didn't want a divorce? What the hell did you move out for then? What'd you say it for then? That proves you are gaslighting her. Yeah, I didn't want a divorce. But then I love how he tries to swing it around. But if Chantel hadn't taken the money, come on, Pedro. Now he's trying to blame the divorce on Chantel. Now he's even trying to blame. She hadn't even taken the money yet. She took the money after you said you wanted the divorce. And she realized you had taken $5,000 out when you showed up with the U-Haul truck and was already ready to move. I love how he spins this shit around and tries to make it look like Chantel's the crazy one and she's the scheming one. No, you're the scheming one. And you're the one who said you wanted the divorce. And now all of a sudden, no, the reason I want the divorce now is because she took the money, and that was scheming. It's like, if you don't want a divorce, don't freaking say you want a divorce, gaslighter. Okay, so now after Pedro's done playing mind games, he decides to go ahead and file the paperwork with the attorney. And then we go to Lydia and Nicole. Okay, so we've got Lydia and Nicole in the beauty salon, like we really wanted to see that, right? Where are my notes about that? Okay. So we got Lydia and Nicole in the beauty salon appointment. And, honestly, I think Lydia is delusional. And you guys know what I'm talking about. What in the hell made her think that Pedro took care of Chantel and he was the one who polished up Chantel? What the hell was that about? He bought her a car. He made her go to school. Hello. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Chantel already in school when they met? He polished her and cleaned her up. Chantel came from a good family that has money, that has things, that is materially sound. Okay? What did he clean up? If I remember correctly, Chantel was giving Pedro money. Chantel was taking care of Pedro. Chantel cleaned Pedro's ass up and polished Pedro like she's a piece of silver or something. Polished her. She didn't need any polishing from Pedro. She was already polished, okay? So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. He polished her up. Pedro came to the States with nothing. Chantel gave him a home. She gave him a family. She gave him a life over in the States. So how he did all this polishing and cleansing of Chantel is far beyond me. I think you got it twisted, Lydia. I think you've been walking them dogs in too much sun or something. Okay? I saw the way you chase Alejandro with that purse. You're not all together there, girl. Okay? You need to wake up. Pedro did not polish Chantel. Chantel polished your son. Isn't that why you wanted him to come? You didn't want him to look. You're contradicting yourself. You wanted him to. You're a scammer, so you wanted him to find somebody that was kind of well off and had some shit going on in the States. So he found that in Chantel, but he polished her up. You didn't want Nicole dating Alejandro. You would want your son dating somebody or being with somebody that he needed to polish up now? Anyway. Let's see, where am I at? Okay, so yeah, I skipped over this part. We do have a part here where Chantel, she and Destiny are on their way home from the trip. And they're in the Uber. And Chantel discovers that Pedro has turned off her phone. She couldn't make any phone calls. She couldn't go online. And the bad part is he refused to talk to her. She called the phone company and Pedro was on the other line refusing to let her have access to the phone, access to him. And he's not gaslighting her. Just trying to get my notes straight here, guys. She admits in this scene to Destiny that she has a hard time believing that Pedro ever even loved her. She finally caught on. And she admits to the confessional that she doesn't think that Pedro ever even loved her. So here's one of my favorite scenes in the whole episode. And I like to call it all for one, one for all. Because she went home and was embraced first by Karen, then by Thomas, then by Winter. And I love the way that this family supports each other. And they're the rocks that Chantel needs to get her through this. Thank God that she just wasn't somebody who was by herself, didn't really have a good, strong family relationship, and just met this guy from the Dominican and decided to hook up with him. And then when he pulled this shit, she didn't have anybody but maybe a girlfriend or two. No, in Chantel's case, she has got an army. Okay, she has got a wonderful family that is full of love and full of support and backs her up 100%. And I'm so glad that they were there for her to come home to. She admits in the scene that she didn't want to go home because she didn't want to be there. She didn't want to be by herself. And, I wouldn't want to go there either. A bunch of memories of her life with Pedro, and you know what I mean? There's no happenings there. So she decides to go to her parents' house and be surrounded by people that love her. Good for you. In this scene, he doesn't look Lydia says he's depressed, but then he starts laughing and joking. He don't look too depressed to me right there. Okay, so they I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but so then they go ahead and they start packing because Winter has decided that she is going to move in with Chantel. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. I think they'll be good for each other because remember, Winter just got out of a 7-year relationship herself. You know what I mean? Winter got out of a 7-year relationship with Ja. So now she and Chantel can be there to support each other. Shout out to Wendy Jones. Wendy's like, did you hear Nicole say Chantel won Pedro Cero? She was keeping score, right, Wendy? Shout out to Shonda Bernal and shout out to Shay J. Welcome, guys. Shout out to Dolly Bush, Mary G, Rap God Reloaded. What's up, RGR? No, mental health definitely ain't no joke. Buddha, what's up? Shout out to everybody in the chat. I was pissed that she left the cat. You can't leave a cat. They need attention when they want it. We should know. Menu, our cat is so crazy. Okay, so Winter decides that she's going to go live with Chantel, and Karen is going to go stay with him for a few days as well. Good for them. It's time for them to band together and help each other out. Winter says that she plans on being there for Chantel because Chantel, needs the support. And she, is coming to an end of a 7-year marriage. And she knows that that can't be an easy thing. Plus, it gives her an opportunity to get out from under Karen and Thomas. And she and Chantel can go on a dating scene together. I personally, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I personally can't wait to see if they do another season of Chantel, the family Chantel, and show the dating aspect of Winter and Chantel's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put them on put them on with dating. River too. Why not? We all saw River get his heart broken by that other chick that had the little kid. So why not have a show where, we're looking at them move on from their relationships, with obviously Karen and Thomas looking on, being there for support. Okay, so Wendy Jones says, sorry, she gave the cat to Winter. Nicole said Chantel took the cat from Pedro. Nicole doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. Dolly Bush says Pedro's going to have some dark days coming. No doubt. He's going to have some dark days coming his way. I wouldn't buy a house from Pedro because it might not be legal. Yeah. You heard what I said about the scamming thing, right? With Laura Delgado. I saw that earlier. I was like, holy shit. Wendy Jones said that is a true statement. I bet Laura's taking money. Oh, no doubt. If she scammed in one thing, what makes me think she's not scamming in this? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Scorpio. Scorpio Mama Love 4. I love the support of Chantel's family gives her. I know, I was saying that earlier. Shout out to Shonda. I'm so glad that Karen wasn't saying, I told you so. You know what? I think we said that the other week. That is so cool about this family. No one is rubbing it in Chantel's face and saying, we told you so. So then, how about River, y'all? Wait a minute. I told Jen this the other day. Listen, remember the scene where they got into the fight and Pedro was pulling and throwing River around like a rag doll? All you could see was his curls flying all over the place. Yeah, I don't think he's picking this dude up right here and throwing him nowhere. River was so skinny and lanky. Look at this dude. River looks like a bouncer. Right? He looks like twice Pedro's size. What you eating, River? He got that apartment. He probably getting pizzas in there and everything. Look at River, man. River put on like 30 pounds, dude. I think he's dropping that, though. I honestly think he's in the process of dropping that because he did a live stream the other day and he did not look that thick. But think about it. They're going to be thick because, look how Royal looks. Royal's a thick dude. Thomas is not, a skinny dude. Okay, so, Miss Karen's, everybody's got some thickness to them. So it was only a matter of time before that shit started catching up the River. Chantel probably eats carrots and celery and shit. Seriously. Because she does not seem like she puts on weight. It seemed like Chantel was getting a little thick at one point, but she hurried up and got that shit in check. She's always doing workout videos. So I think River was mentioning that he was working out when he went on his live the other day. He had just got finished working out and he looks smaller. By the way, thanks, Riv. River was kind enough to give the channel a shout out on his live the other day. Look at Miss Karen hanging out in the window. Ready to meet Pedro.
JJ video reacts, man. Keep talking.
right, all right, all right. We got,
Hey,
hey.
I am so glad I came on just with that scene because I loved when Karen was at the window. I loved her whole demeanor. She was like, okay, she knows that, Pedro. Like, that was the best.
Here's
When he
my
said,
thing. What was the purpose of Pedro
he's just trying
going
to come keep
going to the
control.
house and announcing the divorce yet again?
Hmm.
I love the fact that he was locked out.
Right. It's
It's like,
like,
oh no, 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 no. You're not just gonna come back and forth through here like you still run the joint.
right. That's what he was pretty much trying to do. He was just trying to, you know what I mean? Like, this is still my house. And it's like, what do you want, dude? You want to leave. You want to go be with your girlfriend or wherever you are in your apartment and you wanted peace. Why are you there?
Why are you that? Listen, Chantel tried like
Sit-
hell to get him to come home, right?
right.
When she was trying to get him to come home, he didn't want to be there. He's making
Right.
all kind of confessionals talking about I don't want to go home, but now she can't keep his ass away. Now that you can't get in, you want to be there.
He's like a cat,
Now that
you
he
know?
can't get in and he can't use his key to just walk in the door and gaslight her. Now he wants to be there. How many times has he called her? How many times has he come back to the house just to tell her little stupid shit?
Hmm. I think what is happening with him is he sees that she's kind of pulling away a little bit.
Yep,
And it's that tug of war game that's happening now where he's like, okay, she's taking the money.
it's
She's,
cat and
you know,
mouse.
even though he wants, you know, he doesn't want that life and he had this all planned. He doesn't like not having that upper hand. I think it's
Exactly.
what's
He didn't like
happening.
the family being there. He didn't like Miss Karen being there at the window. He didn't like River answering the door. He pulled up to the house and said, What's going on? Is there a party here?" And then
Well,
here's
so what if
what
there is?
yeah, right. He's like, "This is still my house." So what? It's only your house in on paper. You no
Right.
longer live there. You don't have a key. You no longer belong there. You didn't want to belong, so now you don't. Get the fuck on. Keep it moving. Go play. Oh, what? Why aren't you out at the bar? Why aren't you out at the
Exactly.
bar now?
Where you were for the previous year,
Right.
apparently.
It's like now that the family is there and they're supporting and they're in there in the door. Why aren't you out at the bar with
It's like
Antonella and Laura?
it's really like almost like sadistic or something the way he's treating her. It's like he feels bad about what he's doing to her and he's completely trying to take it out on her and like make her look like the bad guy because
Right.
that's why he doesn't want to see her hurt or crying. Hi, Wendy.
It's crazy.
So Shonda said he needed his narcissistic supply, wanted to get a reaction from Chantel to feed his ego. And then
Yes.
Wendy said he got in that car and left so quick.
Shout out to Chandra. You are on point.
Hmm. The reality is that his money and his house is gone. That shook Pedro, said Shay J.
Good point, Shay J.
I love how Shay J sounds like JJ.
Yeah, right?
And then Chandra said I was just waiting for River to do something to Pedro, right? I was
Oh my
waiting.
God.
He's
I
calmed down
wanted
a little bit.
well, here's my thing. River and Pedro are buddies now. Y'all know that, right? River and Pedro have gone out drinking. They have hung out, and River had a hard time coming at Pedro some kind of way. So, but make no mistake, had Pedro come at him sideways, I'm sure River would have handled his business. I wanted to see Pedro try the same shit he tried a few years ago. River
It's
would have
all,
smashed him in the ground.
it's like, it's sad because I think we were thinking that Pedro is trying to make it out like, oh, the family was fake. But in some ways, I feel like River had like a big brother that he
Oh
never
my
had. That
God.
his real big brother's not around. You
Let's
know,
discuss that.
And then Pedro, or sorry, Thomas had like another son. And so did Karen. Karen, when she reached out and hugged him when
She
he
was
was
calling
dealing with
him
his
mijo.
family,
That's son in Spanish.
it's like they were all there for him, and he is the one that was fake and is coming at them like they did something wrong. Like I said before, if
Absolutely.
he wanted to leave and he wasn't happy and he had other plans and he just wasn't feeling this, he could have done it differently to still save some type of relationship with Chantel and the family. He could have
Right,
came to her
because
and said, I know
they were
I love
saying
you,
that.
but I'm not with it right now, and I need to be me, and I'm sorry it's not
Right.
you. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Instead, he's like, the family is fake, and Chantel did this and that, and this and that, and it's like, you
Miss
know,
Karen and Thomas said the other week, they said, listen, he's pulling the wool over all of our eyes because all of us dropped our guards, let him in, embraced him, and made him feel like part of the family. And now, look, he turns out to be exactly who we thought he was. They were hurt first. They were the ones who were saying, wow, Pedro is who we thought he was. And now he's turning around calling them fake.
right. Mary G said he was wanting to hurt Chantel and keep his control of her. I think it is a control thing.
It's sadistic. It's exactly what you said. It's narcissistic and sadistic. He's a
Hmm.
narcissist. He's a narcissist. He's a narcissist.
New word alert. I love it. Narcissist.
He's a narcissist.
Let's see what else we have here. Oh, Wendy said she let him and he was not bright enough to figure it out. She dogged him. Oh, let's see. I'm not at the top. So they did so much for him, Wendy said. This season 4, Pedro tried to make it look like Chantel was the mean one. He did them all wrong while his family sits and thinks this is funny. That's what the thing was when,
Oh,
remember
that pissed
earlier I
me
wasn't
off.
on here, when you were talking about how Pedro was at the divorce lawyer office. It made me think when he looked down like that, because every now and then, when he would make fun of Karen, or she would, like, as he called her, Pinky, would say something that he wanted to, like, say something in response to, he would have this kind of face. I don't know if we can find some footage of this that made it look like he was almost wanting to laugh, but he was holding it in to be serious for the camera. That's the
Yeah,
face I was getting from him, only because when he went and talked to his family, even if he didn't want to express to his family that he was hurt, it could still come through a little bit. He was totally different. It was like when he left there, it was like, okay, well, that's it. Like he might have looked like that at the divorce attorney because he has to make it look real. He
right.
can't make it
He
look
has to make it
planned.
look like he has some type of remorse.
Exactly. And I
You know,
really am not. He may have remorse just because I don't know that he could be with someone that long and have no feelings.
there's
Like,
no way you're with somebody 7 years and you absolutely don't feel
right.
anything about
He's
leaving them.
he's
And I
feeling
honestly,
something, even
I
if
think
it's a
there's some
change.
truth to. Yeah, and I think there's some truth to the statement that he really didn't want the divorce, but then when Chantel took the money, and I mean, honestly, hey, people who have gotten divorced have gotten remarried as well. So, in the end, I mean, a divorce really means nothing. If something were to happen where they were to hook back up, it's not like they can't hook back up. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, it's just
why
so
would
much
she
of a
want to?
360.
Yeah, why would she want to? I would never want to be with him again. Not after the way he embarrassed her and gaslit her and possibly is
Mm-mm.
cheating on her with a scammer. Come on now.
I feel like he's been cheating for a while and like planned his escape.
Oh, he cheated with Karema. He cheated
Hmm.
with Karema. There's no doubt in my mind that he and Karema. I mean, Nicole put his game straight out there. That's why he was so pissed at her at the end of last season because she came and dropped the bomb. You know, he has sex with Karema. And she would know. But I'll tell you that Pedro has got a lot to learn about what goes on over here with American women. You're just not going to drop somebody and think that, you know, her family's not going to come to the rescue. It was almost like Fort Knox. First of all, I love how they made him wait at the door. I was loving that scene. They made him wait at the door. And he's sitting there and he's fiddling around. He can't get in because no keys work. He's like, they want to put me out. Yeah, they want to put your ass out. You've already put yourself out. Yeah, you've already put yourself out. So now you're trying to get back in and still do your little, you know, walking around, prancing around Chantel. And what do you think? What do you think you were going to do? Go in and have a drink with the family?
Right. Rose
You know
said
what I mean?
he loved controlling Chantel, and Ebby, welcome to the channel, said Chantel did right by moving the money.
Yes.
And then Scorpio Mama Love 4 said, I just lost it. I was looking at it and then it jumped off the screen.
Shout out to Scooch. Shout out to
Them
Levy.
being unbothered was
Levy.
making Pedro mad. Right. Exactly, Scorpio. They were just so nonchalant. Like, that was the funniest part. It's almost like they got a family meeting and planned it, right? Like,
right.
Okay, whatever he says, don't let it rattle you. Just tell him, no, sorry, you can't come in.
Right. Oh, this scene was classic.
Classic Karen.
She was like, it was classic. He's like, I want to let her know that I filed divorce papers. That I filed them. Okay, yeah, got that. She already knows. She's like, you asked for the divorce and you're going to get it. I love it.
All of a sudden, I kept thinking, thank you, Captain Obvious, that she was going to say that.
Right.
Pedro. Lydia has no knowledge about how it really goes down in American divorces, right? Exactly.
Right.
Unless you have no money between the two of you. But still, there's a lot of stuff goes on, whether it's about money or kids or... What's crazy is, this is Abby said, what's crazy is how the mom and sister was celebrating his divorce. They don't want to see him do better than them. Yeah, they definitely are.
No, they don't.
Pulling him down.
But check this scene out. How did Lydia come to the conclusion? She was like, wait a minute. The reason why they broke up was because Karen. She was like, Karen is toxic. She said Karen is the one that was creating the uneasiness between them. She's trying to blame Karen for the divorce now.
You know what happened? Ever since Karen came over there, and remember when he was mad at his family and
yeah,
he was in America with Pedro. I mean, with Chantel's family, she was jealous from that point. So was the sister. That's when she came in and threw the bottle and was like, he slept with Karima. And the mom was like, we're disowning you, basically. She did not like the fact. She was like, that's your family.
Like, oh, you're choosing this family over our family? Oh, yeah, she had a few bad days over that.
Shay said, I dated a man from the DR, and he never wanted me to meet his sisters. Wow.
Really?
Sisters don't get down with the new women, huh?
Oh, but wait a minute. Well, what's up with Nicole? Because Nicole's saying that, oh, I can't wait. Chantel has no ass. So, first of all, Chantel got ass. You're the one with no ass. Did you see her with that beauty queen pageant crap? She looked like a stick. Mm-hmm. Okay? And with all the body parts she's buying, okay, she needs to shut her mouth. But anyway,
why is that reminding me of that song? I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Butts and I cannot. Don't make me hop after you. You know, Nicole's always buying new eyebrows or something, trying to look like Chantel. But what about? Oh man, I don't know. Just her and Lydia just get on my nerves. Period.
While you're thinking of that, Kudra said, I really like Chantel a lot, and I'm happy that they are separated. I pray Chantel to get a man who will love her for everything. Yes, she's a good girl. She's got her, moody times, but she was really trying to make this marriage work. I do believe it. And she never changed. Pedro changed.
Okay, so what I was thinking about before was Nicole was talking about she can't wait until Pedro brings the new family to meet them. Like they've already, because remember, she was Lydia was following Antonella last week. So more than likely, I didn't go look at Laura's. More than likely, she's probably following Laura Delgado as well. So Nicole's excited about the new family she's going to meet. I can't wait until he gets a new girlfriend, and I can't wait to meet this new family.
So they already know.
Talking about them. I think she's talking about them.
And they got more money, so she's probably happy. Though, this woman might bring them all over to the U.S. trying to impress him and be opposite of the ex.
Get him a house and all of that. Oh yeah. Laura Delgado's going to.
He found somebody with more money and willing to support him and his family, and he rolled out.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. That is exactly what happened, because the timing of it is impeccable. It lines right up with when he got in with them and started selling real estate. He started changing a little bit after the Dominican Republic, but when he got in with that crowd, that's when he really wanted nothing else to do with Chantel. He's like, oh, wait a minute. This is a better setup than I got going on with Chantel.
Right. Exactly. And he's all about that American dream. We have a lot of I see a lot of new names, and welcome Kudra.
Guys, if you are not
I'm saying it wrong.
If you are not subscribed, please do me a favor and smash that like button and hit subscribe for me. It does not cost you a dime. Let's grow the J crew. Welcome to the stream.
Thank you, Buddha. I would never be able to trust him again, Scorpio said. I am with you. That, to me, that's not something, you know what I mean, that this whole thing, he'd have to say a lot of what his reasoning was. Like, I don't see a reason, though. Like, it'd be different if he had a reason. His reasons are real sketchy why he's doing all this. Like, oh, because she doesn't want me to be me. It all sounds like she didn't want him going out and partying with his new, work people, and ignoring her is what her biggest fault was.
Shout out to Buddha. Thank you, Buddha. Yeah, he did. Well, see, and that's the thing. He didn't include her in any of that partying. And when she went, apparently they were talking about work, so she wasn't really enjoying herself. He didn't make any effort to try to make her feel a part of that group. And they tried to make it sound like, oh, well, we wanted her to come. No, you didn't. Because if you wanted her to come, you would have gone out of your way to make sure that Chantel was included.
Exactly. So, and Scooch said the real estate market is not predictable, and I believe he would have had more money with Chantel than his mistress. Good point.
Yeah.
Thanks,
yeah,
Abby.
It's very volatile.
Abby just subscribed, J&J.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Abby. Anybody who is not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It does not cost you a dime. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Mary said he was looking for a home and had been told by the agent Romina that he would make a good agent. Romina is Laura's middle name. Wow. Oh, good point, Shay. Let's talk about Pedro's response to Drake. I'm sure JJ's got that up her sleeve. 484? I didn't know.
Yeah, we're at 484. Well, now it might be a little bit more since we got a couple tonight. Guys, thank you so much.
If you brought free tacos for Tuesday Takeover, you might get more subscribers.
Okay, so we're giving away free tacos for... Just hit the subscribe button, gang. Let's grow the J crew.
Good point. Rose said the real estate market is said to be slowing down because of the interest rate increase. Whoops. Shay J, let's welcome Drake.
Drake is a welcome addition.
Mary G said
that. So here is a picture of Pedro's Instagram where he actually said, good luck, when he saw that Chantel was dating, good luck with, and then he's got a Drake reference there. So yeah, what you doing looking at her profile, Pedro? Checking out the Drake situation and commenting on it, letting her know that you're seeing it.
Oh, good point, Chandra. She said, I don't think he changed. I think his true self just came out. This is how he was the whole time. Good point.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I feel like in the beginning anyway, I definitely saw something between those two. I might be wrong, but I feel like he was starting to feel something for her. That's in the beginning. And then I don't know if over time it left him or what happened, but he was definitely jealous. He definitely ain't gonna like this. This is gonna put him through it a little bit, and his new girlfriend might get a little upset.
Yeah. You think?
And he's gonna have the same issues with her at some point. You know, when he outgrows her, she's holding, him up from his dreams. I don't know. No,
Yeah.
Drake is an equality man. Scorpio said.
No, Drake is definitely a womanizer. See, I'm just glad someone else is in the picture trying to holler at Chantel just to let Pedro know, no, you're not the only one that's was interested in Chantel. Chantel could have been with anybody she wanted to, and
that's
she
right.
chose
He's
you.
not cherishing her like he should have been. He was taking her for granted, and all of a sudden, when that happened, it was a reality.
He had a dime, okay, and he dropped that shit.
Wendy said, or when she goes back to prison. Shay, I agree. I thought it was love.
Stop it.
Oh, Simon Elise, am I saying that right? Simona Lisa. I couldn't get it out.
Simona Lisa. I like that name.
Me too.
That's original.
She said Chantel was too good for him, and he knew it. He definitely bit off more than he can chew. You are right.
That's probably why he was calling her Pinky.
Scorpio said, can we talk about them not being intimate for a whole year?
Funny that you said that, considering what I just said. A year, guys. Okay, so what do you guys think was going on for that entire year? Because don't forget, we found out that Karema was in the States about a year ago.
Excuse me, cheater.
Cheating.
I mean, it's different. Like if they had been together for 20 years or something, and had a family and all this and that, but they are, you know what I mean? That was a change apparently in their common behavior. They were not, he turned it off, and it exactly.
Wait a minute, hold up. That just really is sitting with me again. Here we go on the Karema thing again. That was a year ago, wasn't it?
Oh, wow. Yes.
That was a year ago when she was in Cape May. It was in August of 2021.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And when was the whole thing that happened when he was swinging her around?
Oh, I don't know. That was a couple years ago.
That was years back.
That was when they were. That was right after the fight that he had with River at the table. That was when he took his little hiatus and went to the DR to kind of cool his heels a little bit after all the fighting and all of that.
Weird about him. He kept rolling out on her.
It's fine for him to roll out. Like now, this whole Peru vacation. Okay, mm-hmm. But when Chantel wanted to go to Panama, it was an issue. When she's going on vacations with her friends, it's an issue. Oh, but you can go on vacations with your boss.
Exactly. Ramsterdam. I love these names.
Ramsterdam, no freaking way. Welcome, honey. That's one of Waz mods.
Oh, cool. Welcome. Yeah. Well, DM Drake Chantel. Best way to get over someone is to get under someone. Amen.
Hi, Ramsterdam.
By denying sex, Pedro closed the intimacy, which made it easy to leave, Shay said. That's true. Mary
Right,
G said
right.
there's a photo of Pedro and Laura's family
There's what?
in Peru. Anyone
I
know when
actually,
Pedro was
damn it, I
that was
actually
taken?
have that
I
picture.
remember you mentioning that.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me try to get that because I have that picture.
Something is very shady about when he started that career and the timeline of this whole thing happening. I thought at first it was just like, oh, he's like a little kid that wanted to jump out and, experience his life because he was, kind of like, it was his first girlfriend and he came to America and he was kind of under the wing because he wasn't working. But then it just turned into something else. He took it to a whole new level. He stopped wanting, and then now to find out that he never wanted to talk about the future.
Yeah.
That's so surprising. Like, Kudra, I keep calling you the wrong name. Mother of Chantel, she's good. She supports a lot of her children. She does, definitely. And Buddha, I've got to read your comment. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Come become a member of the
you,
J
Buddha.
Crew, y'all.
Buddha is on it. Okay.
Scammers unite, Scoot said.
What's that?
Scammers unite. Rose said 65 viewers. Please like and subscribe.
Thank you, Rose.
Chandra said, a man is not going to care about not having an emotional connection. Even if he can't stand her, they would have just had angry sex. He's definitely cheating.
Yeah.
Dolly said, yep, it's something shady about his job that he knows nothing about. Ramsterdam, with a sister like Nicole, Pedro needs no enemies. Well, yeah, what became of Pedro's gaming career, Shay J said. Any earnings? I love it.
Probably not. That is probably a hobby now.
Yeah, he was sitting at home playing video games and he would get up and clean the kitchen or something. So that's why he supported Chantel and made her who he was. Or who she was.
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn, welcome. I can't stand little ass chin Nicole, she said. And Rose said, I live with a man. There's no way he could go a year without it. Little ass chin. That's definitely. I've got to look at that next time. I've never noticed the little chin. She just annoys me so much. I think I look away from the TV.
She actually got
I used to have to take pictures so that my chin didn't
Botox
show.
in her chin in one of the other episodes recently.
Oh, really? I never
Yeah.
heard somebody wanted a bigger chin.
Yeah, she got it like squared off or something.
She's gonna look totally different in about she's gonna be like a Darcy. He didn't even take showers back then, Shay J said. He looked dirty from playing videos all day, right?
And his feet stink. He never wears socks. Do you guys notice that? Ever. He never wears freaking socks. That is so gross. Okay, so
Rose said, how about Miss AM with red bottom stealing troll? I died. I was crying, laughing so hard. Rose.
Oh my God. She the way she hopped off, that was so hilarious.
Who is your favorite character on this show? Like, it's not character, I guess, or it's reality, but like, who do you guys love? Is it Karen?
Mine is Karen. I'll be right back.
He wished they never got that joint account. He didn't think she would take the money, but not realize she possibly might not have to give the money back. You're desperate when you steal shoes, right? Do you guys see those little red bikini drawers Pedro was wearing? Jerry Lynn said. Yeah, Winter seems nice. She seems genuinely nice. Wendy, or that was Ramsterdam. Wendy said I liked River.
Here we go.
Mary G. Karen.
There's the picture of Pedro with the family. So he's up there in the back looking scruffy.
And who's what? This is
Antonella and Laura Delgado and family, and Pedro right there, smack dab in the middle of them with the hat on.
No way.
In Peru, yes, vacationing in Peru.
Wow. They need to put that in the court. She might end up getting more. Pedro was a user and now the gig is up. He thinks he had made it, but he will see. Yeah, you can't do things the wrong way. It always comes back at you.
So this is Laura Delgado. This is how she used to look.
Notice Anto's husband has his back turned towards them, Mary said. Welcome, K-Man. Thanks, Buddha. Buddha, you are great on this chat. Thank you.
Buddha's an awesome mod. Love my moderators. Love you guys. Buddha, you kill it, baby. We need to start getting some super chats so I can give y'all a cut.
And tacos.
Right.
I'm just in it for the food.
I would love to get monetized to do super chat giveaway contests. I would share it with my audience because you guys are amazing. You are the reason that channels grow. You're the reason that YouTube channels exist and even get big. So thank you guys.
Scoot said he wants the taco.
He'd rather have the taco than the money.
We'll talk about it every Tuesday.
Oh.
Bro, I'm really serious at this time of night. Uh-oh.
That was easy.
She's here all week, folks.
I love that easy button. Jerry Lynn said, Pedro showed us who he is in Chantel's house looting. He's such a loser. Chantel, he did you a favor. I agree. I think Chantel is going to do so much better in her next relationship and know what to look out for. I think she was really in love with him. He'll always have a special place in there, but I don't think, I think she's in a much better position now if that's what he was doing. Cayman said,
wow,
it's really sad.
Out. Really sad what?
I'm going to read. Oh, Cayman said, it's really sad, but I'm glad that Chantel finally came to her senses and took that money out. She should not have to support him, so hope he gets a good lawyer to deal with that. His family, ugh. Yes.
Yeah, Karen brought up the fact on the channel that on the show that Chantel only has about 2.5 years left of that. So, I was glad because if she can't get out of that affidavit, then at least she doesn't have a full 10 years to still support him. I mean, the fact that she has time left on that, but if him cheating, can he get deported? Does anybody know if he can get deported based on infidelity? That would be a good thing. Because
I know
she tried the abuse thing. I don't think that's going to work.
I don't know if anybody has any legal advice on that, but I know that if it was like maybe if he was cheating on her, it would definitely affect, I think, what he or she gets in the divorce. Simona Lisa said, I'm glad Chantel changed the locks because she's not safe there. She states that she does not know where he lives, Pedro lives, but he knows where she lives. That's not a good thing. That's very true.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And I
But
love the fact that she's not going to be there by herself either, because Winter's there with her too.
and the whole family's probably going to be there for a while, I guarantee.
Oh yeah, especially River. Especially River. You know, River kind of gets to be the big brother now. You know what I mean? I swear to God, River looked like a bouncer in that picture, man.
He
River
really
looked
did.
big. Like, you do not want to mess with that dude. And I mean, he's solid. He's not like fat. You know what I mean? He's thick.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely probably should slow down on the eating a little bit. But he's just thick. He's going to be a big dude anyway. But he is not somebody that Pedro wants to be tangling with right now, even though Pedro's doing Muay Thai and all that crap. But yeah.
Wendy was doing some research, she said.
Wendy Jones is always doing some research. What you got for us, Wendy? I put the link in the chat. You want to come up on the panel and talk about it? If not, let's go. Huh?
Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports. What's up, Flight? Shout out to Flight Sports TV. If you guys are into sports at all, go check out Flight Sports TV.
Always
has the latest.
Wendy? Definitely.
Breaking news. Always has breaking news.
That's the really cool thing about his channel too, is you can get on there and speak as well.
Yeah, Flight has an open forum. He will allow anybody to come up and give their opinion, even if it's conflicting with his. That's one of the things I love about his channel. He always lets me come up and talk about the Ball family. I love the Ball family.
What's happening with A. Grant, speaking of that? Speaking of the conflicting opinion, I haven't seen A. Grant in here yet. That reminded me of him.
I thought I saw A. Grant earlier.
Oh, did you? I'm trying to find...
You must be saying all the right stuff tonight for A. Grant.
Yes. Oh, Wendy said in Atlanta, if she can prove it, he loses it all and he will not get nothing. That's what she was doing. I was looking back for where I saw where she said she was doing research. She said her ex used to live in Atlanta. All my exes live in Texas.
It's like, you know, he's kind of blatant with it. But you could say that it's a family / business trip, or it's a business trip and she took everybody, because her whole family works for her. So you could say it could be a office getaway, and he's part of the office, so that's why he's there. But we all know the truth.
Yeah.
But the staying out till 3 in the morning.
And then did you hear about what she said about the handbag? I don't know if you already talked about this, but remember when she was on the confessional and she said, and the bag that he took, it's like a bag that it's a store that his boss likes. You know, like it was like she was down with something was going on. Yeah. Jerry Lynn, Pedro said Pedro was loyal to the opportunities, not Chantel.
Yes. Good point. Love that. Pedro had something on his page today that I read, and it's like, whatever, dude.
Rose said, Ronnie said it won't affect immigration, only if it had been an annulment in the first year. Oh, remember that from Muhammad and Danielle? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just watched season 1. Like, I was just watching Happily Ever After the other day, I think, and like somehow, you know how your TV just starts over, or your was it Discovery Plus? I think it started the whole thing over, and I woke up to like Muhammad and Danielle fighting.
Wow. I think I went to sleep to Muhammad and Danielle fighting.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so Pedro had on his page, remember that people have no exact idea. Wait a minute. Let me see. Okay, reflection. Remember that people have an exact idea of how we should live our lives. but those people have no idea of how to live their own lives. So he's,
I'm confused by that.
he said, remember that people have an exact idea of how we should live our lives, but have not. Basically, he's like, people are always up in your shit, but don't have their house clean.
I gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
But he's getting a lot of heat from the way that he treated her throughout the season. So he's lashing back at his haters.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Like, you guys aren't perfect. Not that any of us are. I've not been perfect, but I can see now that I'm older how you're handling things the wrong way.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this article. In 2014, Pedro's boss and rumored mistress was sentenced to 4 years in prison for operating a $3.6 million tax return scam. Laura's business services, Hispanos, offered various financial and legal services, mostly to Hispanic residents. She approximately, okay, okay, so she filed approximately 1,300 federal tax returns, Jesus, between January of 2013 to May of 2014. So she filed over 1,300 tax returns in a year's time for 1,300 different people. Many of the fraudulent returns were linked to people not documented to work in the United States.
Oh, wow. So that's what she was doing. She was selling them a house and then helping them file a tax return? Or she was filing a return to get the down payment or something.
I don't know even if she was in the real estate business at that time, because this is a financial service business. I think she
might have been an accountant
to
or
real
a
estate,
CPA. Right, and that's why. Because there's definitely some shady tax people out there. Like, I can get you this.
Oh, hell yeah! So Laura was sentenced.
This wasn't no H&R Block.
Laura was sentenced to 4 years and 3 months in prison, and to 3 years of and also 3 years of supervised release. She was ordered to pay, listen to this, she was ordered to pay restitution in the amount of $2,148,440.
Wow. I don't feel so bad about my electric bill now.
All right. The former Keller Williams agent was convicted on July 7th of 2014 after pleading guilty. Let's see. I got one of those ads blocking.
While you look for that, let me just tell you what Ramsterdam said. I hope she serves those chicken feet again if she takes his new boo to see his mom. Oh my gosh! Speaking of the word boo, I was watching the 90 Day Fiance UK. And you know how the guy was like, I'm going to see Boo. I swear I thought he was talking about he's going to like see his boo at first. And then I realized she lives in a place called Cebu. Okay. I mean, in the
Is that one of your jokes?
No, this was serious. Okay. And then I realized that I was like, I feel so stupid. Because then later on she said, I'm from Cebu. I'm like, oh, he wasn't even saying that. Anyway, totally off topic. But that was funny.
She makes jokes like that, y'all. She does. She catches me like that all the time. So I don't put it past her for that to have been a joke. She catches me all the time.
True. Mary G said he probably has already taken her to see the family. I wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, with Lydia following them, probably, and with Nicole creaming in her panties about the new family.
Yep.
Okay, I feel like she's already been introduced to them, and she seemed really excited about the new family. Okay, first of all, they have money. Second of all, they're also Latino, so they have that in common. Which that's
Scammers.
also what?
They're scammers.
Whoa,
Her
Latinos?
No, the lady.
Oh, okay. I'm
And
like,
his mom.
we're getting politically incorrect
No,
here.
no, no. I'm talking about Lydia and the new wife or new girlfriend have something
Yeah.
in common. They both kind of, I feel like, are doing some fraudulent stuff. She was
Ah, ha, ha,
filing tax
ha.
returns. They could get in business together.
Dude, that's a very good point, Jen. Why they get along.
Right.
Because remember what Lydia was accused of having, a business of,
I'm going to throw something out there.
wow.
Have they known her the whole time?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I can't
Don't
help
do
it. But
Stop
I
reading
cannot
my
help
mind.
it.
Stop reading my freaking mind. Have they always known them? Was that the whoa? Was that the goal? And all along, was that to get to because was she married when he first came to the States? Oh wow.
That might be
Like was
far-fetched, but it's
Chantel the
starting
way
to come
to get
together.
here
A business.
to them? Oh my God, think about it. She was in jail. She was in freaking jail then. She couldn't bring him over. Oh man.
Breaking
Okay, sorry,
news.
I'm so excited. It's the veggies.
Rose said breaking news. Miss K just posted a story of River holding a concert. Oh wow. Go River.
Sweet.
That is awesome. That is great. I'm really proud of River. I'm really
River
happy
is
for him.
killing it with the music. You guys need to go check out his song "Letter to Myself." He's got a nice YouTube channel with all his music, and you can find it on any of the platforms. But he's got a cool song called "Letter to Myself" that is off the chain.
That
I
is
wonder if I can. I edited a video for Miss Karen, and it was of one of her YouTube videos, and she really liked it. I wonder if I can upload it and let you guys see that. I played it last week, but this is a much shorter version.
Jerry Lynn said, as women, we have to learn to think with logic, not our emotions. When we meet someone, I think Chantel was love bombed and got lost in a fog of deception. Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Sometimes it's okay, like you take a chance though sometimes, but it definitely, he pulled the wool over her eyes for sure. It's always difficult, when it comes to that kind of thing, because I don't like when people automatically assume like, oh, well, this person's from another country, so he wants to come for that. You know what I mean? You can't ever do that. So like, she was doing what she felt in her heart, but it was like he played it off for so long too.
Oh yeah. Because they were
wasn't
together
even-
for like 7 years, but yeah, he definitely played that off for a long time. Kimberly Austin, new subscriber, just got the alert. Thank you, Kimberly Austin.
Thank you. I think earlier, who was it? Was it Dolly that said we had how many likes? 35?
35?
But we had like 74 in the chat. If everybody can click the like, that would really help the channel.
And subscribe. Click the like and subscribe, guys. Big things are happening. There's no crew like a J crew.
That's right.
I'm going to condense this so that I can get it in Restream so that you guys can see this.
Hi, Shanti. Kimberly Austin, y'all are great. Very interesting points. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thanks, Kimberly, and thank you for subscribing, honey. Appreciate you.
Joanna Silva. Chantel Mercedes, un nombre mejor eres inteligente, hermoso, valiente. I didn't know that was going to be in Spanish when I started. I'm sorry if I messed that up. Shanti said he was sending money to his family too. Right. Remember when he was trying
Right.
to send that TV home or
And a
something,
laptop.
and
Remember he
she
had
was so
Chantel buy a
mad?
laptop. He had her buying laptops and shit. Oh my God.
I'm loving seeing all these new names. Welcome, new friends.
You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the subscribership. Thank you for the likes. We appreciate you so much. I will go ahead and flash these again. If you want to support the channel in any way, it is greatly appreciated. We have 3 ways to support. We've got paypal.me JNJ video /JNJ video if you want to donate or tip there. Pretty easy. And then we've also got a Cash App, which is #JNJ. Got to use the N because none of them let you use the ampersand. Capital J, small n, capital J, capital VIDEO. And then last but not least, if you want a Venmo, it is at Dawn-James-75. Any support is much, much appreciated. It's all going right back into the channel.
Ramsterdam, I agree. I think Pedro's intentions were solid at the beginning. I'm thinking the same thing.
Me too, Ram. Me too. Me too. I'm so used to talking to you in Wash chat. How you doing, baby? And shout out to Just Call Me Wah. Love you, Wah. Dude,
I really do. I saw like a nice couple that it's almost like it was sad, and if it was a setup, it was like when they were struggling and they had like the whole, trying to prove something to the world and to the family and make their life together. They had that moment where it looked like they would always come together, even if they had a fight, even if he had been upset, like, oh, baby, you're treating me like this, or you're not, I feel this way. They would always come back together. They would always return to each other.
Yeah. They would always end up being back on the same page, even after the big fight.
I definitely do. Yes, JJ. Have you guys heard the term stanky panky? Yes, I heard it
Yes.
recently with Guillermo and I can't think of her name.
Kara,
yes.
Okay, so the video is loading.
Cool. Kimberly Austin, does anyone think that maybe Pedro is having cold feet about this divorce or rethinking it?
That's actually why I named the stream Second Thoughts. He did to me look like when he was at the lawyer's office, like he was rethinking if he wanted to. I don't know about you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I saw a different Pedro this episode. I saw a Pedro who wasn't as cold and wasn't as shut off from Chantel. In fact, he was literally hunting her down. Now, I know it was about the money, but once he got to her, he wasn't as angry as I thought he was going to be. He called her Pinky. He's like, where's the money, Pinky? He's like, no, you don't give it back to me. And then he tells a confessional, I was kind of talking shit. I didn't really want the divorce, but now after she's done this thing with the money, I'm going to go ahead and file. I just wanted some peace.
I think he felt out of control of the situation for the first time. I don't know that necessarily yet it was regret. But I definitely think he felt out of control. Like he had the upper hand, and all of a sudden Chantel taking that money, her family being like, closing off the house to him, changing the locks.
Right.
It's like, you know what I mean? Welcome to the real world, Pedro. You don't have it all figured out, okay?
Right. And you don't get to
He was
shit all
looking
over
defeated,
Chantel
like,
without consequences.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. He looked like he was more running scared now, like trying to, figure out how to make this happen for him again, because he
And
had
he
everything
was
on his
talking,
control.
yeah, and he was saying that family, he was hurt when everybody kind of blocked him out. He was saying, because this was the only family that I knew. Then why did you do that to them then?
But guess what? He locked them out for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Chantel, because he has basically barricaded himself off to her. But the minute she does that to him, it's all about poor Pedro. And that's exactly right. Mary G said trying to gaslight her after she took back control.
Yes.
I think he filed only because of the money, Eddie said.
To talk about the divorce.
Yes.
Shanti what did he need to say?
Right.
He already had that conversation with her.
It's like,
and
she's not
shout
gonna
out
give
to
the money.
Chantel for staying the hell away from him. I love the fact that she did not make herself seen. She did not come downstairs. She's like, you know what? No, I'm not going to talk to him.
Why would I talk to him? In that situation.
He's fiending for her. He was fiending for her. He was used to being able to have access to Chantel whenever he wanted. But when he did that, the family was like, okay, we're taking over now. We're keeping her from you. You can't come in the house. You can't just see her when you want to. That's why he's interested again.
But guess what? I think he's interested because of the money she took. He's trying to get that money back, and so he's trying to make
he's
nice.
He's gonna get some of that back anyway.
Send me the money back. We can talk this out. And then the minute she sends him that money, boom, he's back to the closed off Pedro. He can't even pretend to be nice to her.
She's not going to be able to keep all of that money, though.
No, but I think it was funny as getting the upper hand that she took it.
He says she went to Panama. Why did she take it to? Why she go to Panama? She gonna take the money to Panama? Instead, she opened up the account there.
He's only worried about the money. That's the thing. The whole episode, I feel like that was all the remorse right now.
It's always her or my family. It's always her or my job. It's always her or something.
Because it's your wife.
Right. Thomas, River,
You do a good Pedro impression. I love it. Hey, Renee Revelinsky.
Renee Revelinsky, good to see you, baby.
Dolly said, I think now they are going to use Laura because she can help get them a house because she has money. Right, and she's probably willing to help them because she's trying to impress Pedro.
He is going to get
already
Lydia
knows them.
And Nicole and Pedro a house to live in. Mark my words. All right, I'm going to dip out and come right back in so I can play this video.
Okay, we will miss you. Scorpio said, yep, he was more concerned about the money instead of the woman he married for 7 years. Exactly. That's what I was seeing out of it. I was seeing all about the money. Like, that's when he got real interested in Mary G. Oh, here. You got the video?
Yep.
Okay. Me either, Shanti. She can't stand his family.
Here we go.
Hello, BSR Nation.
Hello, how are you doing today, family?
Thank you for tuning in. Sorry we couldn't go live with you. We tried, but we have a poor connection. Whenever it storms down here or rains really bad, unfortunately, it affects our electronics, so we couldn't go live. I'm so sorry. But we decided to make this video, and we're gonna post it as soon as we're finished. Great time last week, Thomas. You know, River came down.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Winter came down.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
And we had a great time. We did our boot game. So
boot game.
maybe without further ado, we should go ahead and do that.
Bootsy.
Bootsy. And then I have my boot game. Boot game. Woo! Woo! Bootsy.
What's some of the boot?
About this. This. You see this right here?
Oh,
well,
man.
you know what? It's like if you cannot identify a snake, a poisonous, venomous one, they're all venomous.
Oh yes.
But not all
Well,
of them.
all of them will bite.
All of them will
Not
bite.
all of them are venomous.
Well, no. Well, okay, let me change it. Maybe they all have venom, but they're all not poisonous. But if your kid, please warn your children about these snakes because some of them are quite beautiful, like the one in the Ponderosa.
Right. Some of them walk with 2 feet. You have to
Well,
watch out.
this one doesn't have feet, but it slithers. Solar panel. Hold that one. You see that? And you see the light, that blue light right there that's already charging? You see how fast these things start charging? And this is nighttime, guys, and we're in the house, and it's already charging. But with this, if you carry this, you can put this in your car, you can fold it up, put it in your room, keep it charged all the time, because you never know. When you might have to charge your phone, you might be out somewhere.
I would like to listen to something that was sent to me by my youngest son, and it sounds kind of interesting.
If you want to know more about us as a family, listen to River's songs. Most of the lyrics are about real experiences that actually happened. This is called Letter to Myself.
So amazing that she's still here. Skipping all the moments that we make feels like a leap year. Everything I'm feeling, can you listen when I say it? From the jump you told me that you wouldn't stay committed. When we spoke about it, ripped my heart about my chest, yeah. Told me you're not ready, I'm still giving you my best, yeah.
I would like to say thank you, family, for sharing your time with us. And we love you all.
We do. We love you guys. We care about you guys. Oh, I'm having a great time with my YouTube channel. Please go to our YouTube channel. Keep in mind, we're newbies.
Yes.
The hardest thing, what I find is the hardest about being a new YouTuber is learning how to edit everything, learning how to upload everything. It's all new to me, but I'm having such a great time and meeting all kinds of awesome, amazing people. I love it. Check our YouTube channel out at Karen and Thomas BSR. And don't forget, you are beautiful. Say it. I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am awesome.
I am awesome.
And God never changes.
God will never change for you.
And you are blessed.
Yes. Peace.
Yeah. Love is like a gaming with you, I'm done playing chess. Yeah. Love is like a gaming with you, I'm done playing chess. I put my heart back on the shelf, babe. I wrote a letter to myself, babe. I don't blame you for shit I don't do. I don't like the changes I'm going through. Yeah. I wrote a letter to myself. I wrote a letter to myself.
So she was impressed. She liked it. She liked the editing that I put on it. So, hey, it's what I do. It's what I do. But I love her and Thomas's videos. I think they are a charming couple, and I think that the tips that she gives with the preparedness and the solar panels that she's got at her home and the snake bite tips and all of that stuff, I'm telling you, Miss Karen's channel is awesome. So you should go check it out. And definitely check out River's channel because he's got all his music on there. So Letter to Myself is fire! Okay, so it is getting late. What time is it going? It's going on 9 o'clock. I'm not as late as Flight Sports. Flight Sports can do it all day and all night, but I'm gonna have to cut it short because I've been 2 weeks straight raw vegan. And yeah, it's time to put some put some grub in there. So, yeah, straight raw vegan, guys. Don't forget to check out Veganowledge JJ's channel. If you are interested in becoming vegan, I will link it in there. Huh?
I love Karen and Thomas.
I do too. I'm going to link her channel. I'm going to link Rose Thoughts. I'm going to link Veganowledge JJ in here. I will link Sports TV in here as well. If you're into NBA, check them out.
Cool, okay. Kimberly. And Kimberly said her fiance is all vegan too.
Nice. Are you vegan?
She'll get there.
We'll help you. We've got some good transitional tips. Jen has a channel devoted solely to that.
Diana, welcome. She said her mom was right. Pedro just wanted a green card and his family is so toxic. Thank God she stepped up and is definitely cheating with Antonella, which she is ugly. Oh my goodness.
You be nice.
Emmy laughing. Some of these snakes can stand on 2 feet. All right, I know we have to go. I just wanted to read a couple more. Oh, pescatarian, cool.
Feel free. I love hearing the chats. Jen has to read the chats because I'm legally blind. I kind of suffer with that. That's one of the main reasons I went completely raw vegan, and I'm gonna stay that way for 6 months minimum. So I will keep you guys posted. If you see me to where I don't have to put the phone up to my face like this, new subscriber Donna Mosley, awesome.
Thanks,
I just happened to check the phone and it said new subscriber Donna Mosley. Thank you, Donna. Appreciate you so much.
You're welcome, Amsterdam. This was fun. Thank you for welcoming me. See you soon. Greetings from Netherlands. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, Wendy, Dolly, Scooch, everybody.
Every Tuesday I'll either be on at 7 or 7 if I'm running late, 7:30. What?
Oh, Rose said that you can find her on TikTok as well. So I know you're going to link everything. So.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, Rose's channel on TikTok is so awesome. She has amazing videos over there. I will link it up. I'm also on TikTok. I'm just beginning to build that page. Also, check me out on Instagram. I'm at JJ Video 9. Twitter, JJ Video 2. No N in that, just JJ Video. JJ Video 9, go subscribe, go follow. JJ Video 2 is Twitter, and J&J Video on TikTok.
Welcome, Lauren. Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.
Everybody have an amazing evening, and don't forget to take care of each other. All right? Have a good night, guys.